Well, let me see if I have my audio. Yup. Okay. I'm doing some Citizen Sleeper. Today is Citizen Sleeper Day. That's what we're doing. That is correct. Let's switch up the category to Citizen Sleeper. Should have set this up before I started, but whatever. The original game. That works. I think so. Whatever. So yeah, I'm playing Citizen Sleeper. We might have an interruption today, but I think I can do something about it today. So we'll see. But I played through the first segment of the game off stream, so like the VOD will not have the early parts, but I'm liking this game already. I'm gonna set a pinned comment just saying that. It's not how you do that. I played through this first cycle and thought this game was peak as fuck for stream. Since I'm reading it out on my own anyway, so I put 2 H's in that. Can I click on it normally? There it is. Through the first cycle and thought this game would be awesome for stream. Is it AUW for awesome? No. It's AWESOM. I don't know if that's how you spell awesome. Whatever. Played through the first cycle and thought this game would be awesome for stream. Period. So here we are. Done. Yup. Pin that shit. Until stream ends. There it is. Cool. Yup, that works. All good. No qualms from me. Let me expand chat so I can see it better. I don't have my full stream set up. Oh, I need to fucking put the game on the screen. Oh, that's bad, like Puff. Okay. Adjusted my mic so that wouldn't happen again, because that's bad. Foogie, then there's main, and then there's game capture. Can I capture this game and get the full everything or no? I think the answer is fucking yes. Finally the fucking game capture works for me. Or not. What oh, it was Why did nothing work on this? Let me turn off game capture. I had, okay, and then I guess that makes sense. Bless you. I mean, bless me. Game on. Game on. Yes. It's not perfectly centered on the screen. Let me see if I can center it better. This is a pain in my butt. It's okay. I hope I'm not blocking anything. I'll adjust myself as we go. Yeah. Played the first segment. Peak. I liked it a lot. I liked the whole thing. For anyone who doesn't know or anyone who's really watching, I don't know. I said that. I need to chill with that. But the whole story is apparently there's this corporation that game is very loud. The game audio isn't there. I can hear it. You can't. Let me switch that up. Citizen Sleeper. Is it audible now? Yes. And it does not seem to be louder than me. Right? Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Okay. If I can hear my voice back, let me turn that down. Or turn that off. Oh, I like that. That was nice. Never mind. I like to hear my own delivery now that I hear it. So yeah, I played through the first part, and essentially there's this corporation that turns people into robots, or like it makes digital copies of their brains and puts that into a robot. That's kind of what I'm kind of like chipping out of it, so I could be wrong, but they're turning people or turning their consciousnesses into robots, and then these robots have like semi what is it, organic life that allows them to live like their original selves, but they're essentially slaves. So they like rely on a supplement from this company to be like, okay, let me turn the fucking game down. I'm sorry, I can't hear it over me. Or maybe I should just quit worrying about myself and get used to not hearing myself. Where was I? The game is, oh yeah, they rely on the supplement from this company, and the company essentially treats them like slaves. They aren't like real people, so they don't have like any requirement for like human rights. So there's no way for me to get myself back as I know now. But I can retain myself by not getting hurt and also like eating. And then I got back in the game. I did this little quest, and it was essentially a doctor lady telling me everything that I kind of already knew, right? And then, but she gave me some intel on, oh yeah, she's affiliated with like this gang who can smuggle drugs in for me, or not drugs, but like my lifeblood, which is the drug that I need for me, so I can live or continue to live. As my state is going down further and further. And then I did the food right here. What was that? So I sat there and watched him, and then he finished cooking, and I sat there and watched him. He finished with the people, and then he gave me a meal, and I thought that was really fucking awesome. He's probably like one of my favorite characters. What was his name? Can I find it? Emphis is low-key peak as far as I've seen. The doctor lady, her name was low-key, it was kind of weird. Sublime. Yeah, Sublime with an N. Yeah. Freaky, crazy, awesome. So what am I gonna do today for this? So this game is also, for like a simple breakdown, it's just like a build-up of like, or not a build-up. Everything you do requires you to use these dice to make it happen. And the higher the dice, the better the chance of it going good. Or no, the higher the dice, the better the chance of it being better for you. Like in the upper half, it's like, oh, it's good for you, or it's just way better. And in the lower half, it's either not good for you, or it's really bad for you. I mean, it's either good for you, like neutral, or like really bad for you. I have all good dice, as far as I remember. I need to pay next time, so that'll be something I do. Yeah. Let me keep that one tracked then. Is there anything else that I'd need to do today? I don't really care about doing this. It seems way too risky for me to not have anything right now. Bright market. Oh yeah, there is this I can do. Or not. Well, I'm gonna spend my 4-piece, my 5-piece here, not 4. Yeah. And then since everything is kind of light, I'm just gonna get myself a little something here. Local knowledge, bright market business parts, the eyes lower, you can find anything and everything here. I want to know what that did for me. Plus drive. Wait. Gauge input. So that wasn't a stat. What do you mean plus drive? Hardware exchange. Oh, this is another thing. It'll progress as I go. Okay. So, there's an old ship mined fabrication stack in the back of the market, but only trusted traders have access to it. Wait, what am I even doing here? Eat at emphasis. Oh. Build a ship mind. You heard talk of fabricator owned by the ORT exchange or ORT exchange, ORT exchange. With that, a few fragments of you could build a ship mind core. Okay. I wanna help what's his face? Dragons? Is his name? Yeah. Dragons. I'll call him Dragons, because Dragons is kind of crazy. Kind of a crazy name. I want to help repay Dragon's debt, because I also get money from that. So I'm going to spend my points there for today. And then I'll engage with something extra. And then I'll pay for emphasis food. Yeah, I have money. And I should have more later on. Wrong thing. Or you know what? If it goes really well here, I'm just gonna... Oh, never mind. Yeah. This is gonna go well. Or if it goes really well here with this, then I'm just gonna do that. Yeah. It went well, right? It did. I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention. Again, playing a game that requires me to at least look at it. That's not what I need. I'm going here. Wait. Oh, that one's in operation, and that one I need an item for. Oh, so maybe I'll need something for that later. That's risky. I'm gonna try it. Nice. It's a little, then claw it back on the stack. Better step away while you can. It's fine with me, baby. That's fine with me. We got one little bit of progress right there. 1 of 6. Yeah. I'm out of dice. I'm out of dice parts. I am gonna pay to eat though. I'm not gonna risk no hunger. Plus 3 energy, plus... Oh, plus 1 fungus fan. Memphis doesn't trust people easily, but he notices his regular customers in his own quiet way. I can only wait. It's time to sleep. End cycle. For right now, there's nothing very special going on, so... Oh yeah, and then I forgot to explain this in the last one. So after I ended the first cycle, I began connecting with the ship and gaining knowledge I shouldn't have, but it wasn't enough to actually be of worth. It was essentially a scene like this, right? I don't know what it means quite yet. Let me drink some water before I read all this. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It's very loud to me. Give me a sec. Let me turn the game down, or turn all my audio down. Do it this way. Is that good? Or should I turn the game audio down myself? Because the wind effect is very annoying. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering light, like stars reflected in the winter. In the winter lake. It is clear, crisper than before. The thread still The thread still pulls, but you remain in place, flickering in the flow. Between the threads, you see bright shades. Between the threads, you see bright shapes, catches of shimmering light beneath the transparent crystal forms. You follow the path for the thread across the ring. Through these forms, the lead off into the void. Let me reread that. Between the threads, you see bright shapes, catches of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of the threads. They follow the path of thread across the ring, through the forms, then leap off into the void. You begin to understand. These are nodes and connections, a map of information, of communication. There are so many layers, so many loops, that it seems almost impossible to parse. But you begin to try. Focus on the threads, focus on the nodes. I'm gonna focus on the nodes. Yeah, the threads don't really mean much. I'll probably gain some passing information, but knowing what the nodes actually are might. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on the nodes. The nodes are glassy, bright, but in all this flow, the only solid and fixed points. You approach one, a pyramid, or a triangle. Dimensions are difficult. Let me read that. You approach one, a pyramid, or a triangle. Dimensions are difficult here. And lean close to it. Inside, shifting layers conceal a tangle of thread, a meeting point of exchange. But before you can glimpse any further, the glass clouds and hardness cutting you off. What does that mean? The threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes. One leads to another. There is so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the path and open the boxes. You look out across the ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then, that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see two threads pulling in different directions, as if they are tied around you. first, the second. Let me be contrary, the second. The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. You gaze. Your gaze follows it. And this time, you see something. A sphere shimmering above a strange angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, teasing you. I didn't understand what I just read. Let me reread it. Second thread leads you in, pulling you into a station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something. A sphere shimmering above a strange angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, teasing you, tasting you. Ew. The first thread leads out, away from the station, into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. You open your eyes. Time is short. I'm connected to something that I don't want to be. Haunted. Someone is out there tracking you, following your trail. It won't be long before they arrive. Ew. Something has changed inside you. You can now access the data cloud of the eye, a network of decaying protocols. The data caches. And data caches. I'm full. While there, you can use dice and items to access system and extract data. But be careful. These networks are old and strange. Click the I button at the top of the screen to toggle the view on and off. Well, this one is safe. We can wait till tomorrow. No, we can't. I have to do this. This is something that I have to do. Okay. There are the ones that progress on their own and the ones that don't. This one's one of the ones that don't. Yeah. I only got one. So I'm going to have to take my time with that. The eye. Dude. Okay. I should look into what I'm actually doing. Extract data from the network of the eye. They work like dice actions, but in order to unlock them, you must match your dice to the one displayed on the right of the action. This is really not great. I'm being stalked and then... okay. Okay. Damn. This is tough. You have a +1 or +2 modifier in the interface skill. You will be given more possible dice to match. You can use any dice to match the dice displayed. Once unlocked, the data can be extracted. Let's give it a whirl. extract data. Encrypted key. Passcode able to unlock station. Okay. Is that what I needed here or no? I don't think so, because that's not the same. Yeah, okay. So what can I use an encrypted key for? Up to 3? Wait, why? Huh? I'm gonna leave that untouched. I want to keep my dice for me for a second. Tomorrow I get this. Oh, the turning is what tells you how it's okay. What about haunted? Right here. It progresses when I end the cycle, so no. I'm gonna have to take my time with that. I can take my time with that. We have time. I don't have time to be wanted though. I can wait for the interface thing. I don't even know what I need from that. Yeah, build a ship mind. So I'm gonna take my time with that one as well. Let me find something. No, because I can get this one done and then not care. Oh, that one is just no. Turn that into a 4 with a. It's tough. Start the action. Is there an I can do this one and it's safe. I don't have to care. So it's just a 50% chance it works. It works? It works. Yeesh. Okay. It's so scary. This one's guaranteed to work, but I can get a double there. Or just one. The old dock is filled with passenger way leading to all kinds of docking bays. Explore the it's also scary, and I don't have anything to help me right now. I have to wait till tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna take my time with it, because that's what I need to do. Should I try? No, I shouldn't be wasting my money like that. I do have this. Give it a shot. You deserve to be a shipyard and try to make yourself useful, carrying tools and crates. Begin to notice how they work. Okay. Then tomorrow we'll see what I can do about that cure. Yeah, there's nothing up there. Let me check all of the little nodes and stuff. Yeah, because it's only the circle. Or the circles. This one doesn't need encrypted keys. What about this? Okay. Okay, so encrypted keys are currently useless to me. I'll have to look into that when the time comes. End the cycle. Yeesh. Yeah, I went down into hunger. I'm gonna have to fill that later. I do have 2 6s though. That's peak. voice echoes down the corridor toward you. Turn. A voice is coming down the is that Fang? Fang is coming down the corridor towards you. A wonky grin on his bored face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? He grins. You do now. He puts his hand on your arm. I've been seeing you hanging around. Just want to chat. You staying in that thing? He nods back to you. To the corner. To the container. Shaking his head. Rough. Can be hard to get a start on the eye. He looks away, down the passage. What was it? Old Erlin said? The eye opens for us. The eye opens for us all. Nice idea. But, well, not always very practical. He glances back at you. We do our best, but it isn't easy. Who's that? You pass together into the main walkway. No one has told you about Erlin. Or Erlin? He's the founder of this place. It's my voice. Okay. That's why it bears his name. I'm sorry. Two very hard words in one sentence, or like very unfamiliar words. Havenge should organize some seminars, he laughs. Not really my department, though. I'm with System. Who are these people? I want to know more about System, though. Everything on the eye runs on. He runs a hand along the passage wall. This place is a ruin. And System keeps it spinning somehow. At least, we try to. He stops you in the quiet passage. Look, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I saw you around, and well, I know a little about you, sleepers. I have a little proposition for you. He glances around, but this is not the place for it. I have an office just across the way. Give me a cycle or two to prepare. Then when you're settled, stop by. He lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you, sleepers, there's work to be done. I'm gonna take a little break for a second. I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm back. I need to set up a little bit of things, so I'm gonna not be talking for a little bit, but I am back. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We're back. I went to the bathroom because we were about to get interrupted. Or I took a break and then went to the bathroom because we got interrupted and I actually just needed to go. So, I didn't end stream this time though. Big ups for me. This is cycle, I think, 3. I was about to ask, yo, if anyone in chat is watching, tell me what cycle we're in, but high key, I have not been advertising my stream, so it's probably just me. But, hey, whatever. Back into character. It puts you on the back. Oh, okay, let's scroll up and look at what. Yeah. I have an office across the way. Give me a cycle or two to prepare. Then when you are settled, stop by. He lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. He puts you on the back, his voice bright, and his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. He walks off down the passage, raising a hand in farewell. It's only been 30 minutes. I thought it was a lot longer. Let's do this. So this is the doctor. What was her name? Whatever. She should have found a cure, or I mean, my drug by now, or the drug that I need by now. Which, by the way, it's like a pharmaceutical, not like an actual drug. It's something I need to live for like Twitch guidelines or whatever. And it's also in game. Let's be clear about that. Let me get a sip of water before I read this. The first thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshiro's implants, like a cat's eye in the dark of the corridor. He nods to you. Oh, he nods you in as you arrive at Sabline's door. Oh yeah, because it's blind. The entryway is still dark, and you push through the sheeting into the surgery. Let me redo that. The first thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshiro's implants, like a cat's eye. In the dark of the corridor, he nods you in as you arrive at Sublime's door. The entryway is still dark, and you push through. I'm gonna take a little break for a second. Sorry about that. Big noise. Bah. Bah. So that I can get caught in the audio, because I'm going to edit this down in some way. Okay. The first thing you see on entering is a glint of Toshiro's implant, like a cat's eye, in the dark of the corridor. He nods you in as you arrive to Sublime's door. The entry is still dark, and you push through the sheeting into the surgery. I have it, Sublime says, with a case open in the front of them. A set of vials lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. I have no idea how Yatang. They trail off. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. I'm the test case. That seems to be the case. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we have another choice. They gesture for you to sit on the bed. The stabilizer works under a similar principle to an immunosuppressant in the transplant operation. In that, it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar parts of itself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organic groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign material and therefore must be eliminated. Sublime holds up a vial of the would-be stabilizer. However, unlike an supplemescent, stabilizer doesn't do this by eliminating your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your biometric organisms with a new protein change which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes those passcodes, keeping your frame from rejecting all of its own organs. Which means the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic material to be accepted by your immune system. They glance away. At least the stabilizer is genuine. At least if the stabilizer is genuine. Freaking misreading. The only way to know for sure is to inject the vial. They begin readying the syringe. I will start with a small dose to limit the risk. Okay, let's do it. How sure are you? I don't have a choice. I'm not going to be so gung-ho. Yeah, that's one problem that I had with the choices earlier. If I could even call it a problem, is that I was so just gung-ho about the things that I chose, even though it was like, I'm still kind of new to this world. Or about some of the things that I chose. I think you're right. Sublime cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer. The stabilizer vial, and uses a syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe, and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the. Let me reread that whole thing. I think you're right. Sublime cracks the neck of the stabilizer vial and uses a syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe, and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle. Your frame, registering the initial injection, but with little response. The sensation begins to spread from the site. A fizzing, trembling disappears through your arm with incredible a sensation begins to spread from the site. A fizzling, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with an incredible speed. Your vision goes white, and when you return, Sublime appears encased in shards of sparkling light that slowly fade into darkness as you settle back again to the bed. Against the bed, you swim in darkness, muffled noises, like an argument heard from underwater. Pricking waves of cold. When you sit back, Sublime is sitting in a chair by the window, facing away from you, backlit by the glow of the slate. Awake? What could either response mean? What happened? The stabilizer is genuine. They sit down beside the bed. I don't know how Yatang acquired a case of the stuff, but they did. Sublime looks troubled, distracted. You'd rest some more, but you're going to have to do that somewhere else. They gesture to the door. I have other patients, sorry. Sublime nods toward the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You're going to need to pay for the next dose. Silence fills the room, and they return to their glowing slate. Looking around the room, it seems different somehow, as if things have moved or shifted. You wonder how long you've been out. Nothing comes free, sleeper. Remember that. You managed to get to your feet. And out and wander out into the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshido stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with a glare as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. Well, I have what I need. I'm gonna pay for some food. Mouth stings as you... Oh yeah. As you're... Okay. Over and over. This is good stuff. Well, now I have access to all my dices in the next cycle. That works. All my dice in the next cycle. So let's get this done. I don't need anything special. I would like to level up my engineering if I could. Oh yeah, I'm not spending a 6 on that bullshit. If this goes bad, that'd be sad. But I hope it doesn't. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Okay, leave. Wait, I can switch up my perspective on the... Whoa, that's freaky. I don't like it. I'm gonna stop. But does that do something in like this mode? As of now, no. So what should I start making progress on? You arrived into a buzz of activity at the yard. Red blinking lights flash across the vast dark shapes. Across a vast dark shape. Suspended below the drone. They flicker across scorched hull, plates and bent structures, pulling from holes in the twisted shape. The cutter is huge and have been torn apart in some violent encounter. She's a beauty, isn't she? Dragon stands to the side, focused on the hulking ship as it is lowered into the yard. She is. Looks ugly to me. That's a funny one. But I'm just gonna agree. I should thank you. This place was on its last legs when you turned up. Was on its last legs when you turned up. And now look at this. The ship descends slowly into its interior, visible through multiple hull breaches. You struggle to gather the same enthusiasm as Dragon for the monstrous craft. You can't help but think of what became of its crew. I'm just gonna stay silent. Yeah, I'm just not gonna question it. Believe it or not, I managed to convince our salvager friends to give it to me on credit. He glances at you. The ship creaks like a Calving iceberg as it reaches the base of the yard. Dragon is visibly excited. I know I said you shouldn't stick around, but I'm gonna need some help with this one. The drone starts. Am I gonna have to keep this dude afloat? I need to chill out with that. Am I gonna have to keep this dude afloat? Cause he just bought that shit on credit. Watching, you wonder if you arrived in a similar fashion. Looking inside that container, the wreck of the Essen Arp freighter lowered into the yard like a corpse ready to be butchered. Or was the container delivered to dragons on its own? A womb for your rebirth into the strange station. You shudder. Perhaps if you could learn something about the ship, you might be able to trace the path that led you to this yard. Dragon squeezes your shoulder. After these past cycles, I think we are up to it. What do you think? You see the fading name of the ship emblazoned on the side. Winter Light. Let's do it. He claps you on the back. Glad to hear it. Come back in a few. We can make it. In a few, and we can make a start. A real beauty. Dragon repeats, perhaps just to himself. You take one last look at the shattered ship as the drones start cutting, and then slip out of the yard. feeling suddenly cold in the empty passage. One upgrade point, baby. So yeah, I am gonna have to keep him afloat. You've completed your first drive. Each drive completed unlocks an upgrade point. You spend on your up. Each drive completed unlocks an upgrade point. You spend on upgrading your character. Accessing your character menu via the arrow button at the top of the screen. Okay. Efficient extractor. Chance to gain scrap item at the on engineering actions. Shit. Chance to gain crypto on interface actions. Ooh. Predictive reasoning. Dice actions display potential positive and negative outcomes. Oh, that one's tough. Holy sh. Thrill seeker. Chance to gain energy after an engage action. Oh, that one's so hard. I'm gonna pick this one. Yeah, that one's gonna be my second. And then I think I'm gonna get all the level ones, and then I'm just gonna pinpoint what I want for all the different other levels. Yeesh. Okay. Understood. This has an engineering one, right? Yeah. Dangerous, but I do get something good from it. And then this one is engineering, I think all the way. No, but it is close, which like I'm gonna spend right here, right now. I'll get to half right here, right now. Got me some scrap. Awesome. And I think that also allows me to progress with this one, at least to some extent. Yeah. I'll do that for right now. That turns me into a regular. Oh, that's a fucking awesome loop that I have right here, right now. I'm not even gonna do that shit no more, am I? Components. The exchange is complex but sharp. But a sharp eye, and some tight trades can net you a good margin. Oh, that's where. That's guaranteed money for me. There's nothing else I need to spend anything on for me right now. Predictive reasoning would be really awesome to get right now, but I think I can push this one to over half. I can get me some of what I need. Ew, fuck it. Well over half. That's a guaranteed double. Plus some money. So yeah. Cool. Then I might just eat to progress that. Cause yeah, although it's 6 cycles that I got to do that, I can wait on that. I don't have any other points to spend. Wait, does that have engineering in it? No, okay. Oh shit, that's a lot. Okay. So after I've lost 2 dice, I'll pay for that. And I do need to find some way to get more crypto. Okay. We gotta do what we gotta do. Yeesh. Okay. Give me at least 1-6. 1-6. Please. Yes. Okay. I'll get to that when I do. buy some scrap. What does that say? I can't fucking read it. Oh, it's just telling me that. Okay, I'm full. Scrap allowance. The big stuff goes to the shipyard. Valuable stuff to the market. They let you buy a few crates, but not much more. So I'm gonna eat. I'm just gonna eat. It's the first thing I'm gonna do today. I should have read that, but whatever. I want to continue to progress this. With engineer, I do have a chance of getting scrap, so it's not a perfect, but what's needed over here? Wrong thing. Right here. Safe. It's not engineer. That is engineer. It's very dangerous, but wait. Mystery or not, the shipyard scavenge as dragons always says. Break it down. Move on. Move it on. Yard clearance. Oh. What? Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna spend here. No, I'm not. I'm gonna spend better. Wait, it's the same fucking. That sucks. Okay. Well, I have these, so I may as well try. Please don't tell me it goes negative. Okay. Okay. And let's just see what this guy has to say. Sleeper. Fang catches your attention as you approach the Havenge building, leaning against a bay door. Let me drink some water. Sleeper. Fang catches your attention as you approach the Havenge building, leaning against a bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier to come in this. You approach. Easier to come in this way. Security. All. Wait. This way. Security. All that. He gives you a look. You know. He slams a button, and the bay creaks open. Blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Fang inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostics slates, and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen lights. There is a chorus of hums that bend into a single wave, a static filling the dark corners of the room. Oh, a chorus of hums. Yeesh. Fang leans on the server stack and gestures around. You look like it. I'm sorry. I'm getting all mixed up. He taps a nearby server stack, which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove. All dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. He steps over to a towering block speckled with vents. Some of these systems are from the original station, AE1 or AE1. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't even know what that actually says. The one Solheim built. We have to invert new components, repair things we never built, reverse engineer entire subway systems into existence. Residents here look up at the Eye and think they're seeing a constant and concrete reality. What am I talking about? But this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. Sorry about that noise. Touching my face. He walks down between the hardware stacks and follows, and you follow. We are keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new, dragging it away from those corporate organs. Oh, origins. Fucking organs. He stops. At least that's what I'm trying to do. He turns back to face you among the flickering machines humming all around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems, sections. You can, can't you? I can see it. It makes sense, right? You're between here and there. Between the people, and their system. Where'd Bud come from? You light the place up like a beacon. That's what I need. You glance at the light around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker and realign to follow your gaze. Feng notices it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal. When you're on the run, they are tracking me. No, it isn't. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's lots of old growth in this place. Subway systems I can't see. Access protocols lost to time and decay. Secrets. A shitload of secrets. What am I talking about? With your help, I can unlock this place. Break off those lost ghost limbs and cooperate limbs of corporate control. He lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Havenge. That's Havenge, right? There is old growth. Those whose roots trace back into those bad old days. You help me dredge up the past, and I'll see what I can do about that tracking of yours. He winks. Oh, I'm in. What do you say, Sleeper? I'm in. Fang pumps his fist and claps you on the shoulder. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but I read that earlier, like, oh, he claps you on the back, and it's just like, what? With dragon, what does that mean? I mean, I guess I get it, but it's just kind of goofy. Sorry. Feng pumps his fist and claps you on the back. I mean, on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it, sleeper. Fang passes you a ragged-looking metal tap, a gift. He smiles. It's a Solheim clipper. I dug it up from the depths of the station. Slot that into an old network gate, and you'll be able to pull all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. Oh, shit. I think I might have just gotten something I really needed. Was that data? No. So we'll see. We'll see once this interactions is over. He walks you back to the front of the bay. Start by bringing me whatever you can turn up. Use the emulated mind of yours to see what's out there. Let's get the picture of how things are. Those above, he nods at the ceiling, have granted me an accuricious budget. I can pay you for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. He slams the door button again. Keep it quiet and keep it clean, sleeper. And I'll see you soon. You step, blinking back into the passage, those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. Yes. Nothing I can do right now, but fuck it. That's awesome. Okay. So let's do that right here, right now. Right here and now! Fucking, what is his name? The voice actor for, what's his fucking name? From Ultra Kill? The fucking, angel dude? So tough. So tough. I want to learn to voice act like that, bruh. Kiffer. Slot Solheim Kiffer. This gate conceals a network of systems which have been untouched since the Solheim collapse. Start action. It won't cost me nothing, right? -1. What did I gain? I gained something. Old gate flips open, granting access. Bypass? Wait, what? Extract data. Oh! You need to match a particular number, but if you have a +1 or plus... Okay. Got it. As you drift back from the node, something latches onto you. A thread. Struggling tight around you. It tethers you in place. A taste. The voice makes you shiver. A source somehow both distant and close behind your ear. You see a distant glint of light shut off. And then suddenly a shape is at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a shark. like a wolf. Entity unknown. Astringent processing. Resist. Oh, I'm gonna resist. You struggle against the thread. It tightens in response. Please hold. The thread around you thickens until... What are you? Thick until it is a ring, cylinder, a tunnel of light circle around you. It is blinding for a moment, and then it is gone. As it fades, you see a figure, a creature, in front of you. Its strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. What are you? The shape paces around you, on lithe legs. Though there is no ground here to pace on. Entity, identify. Original serial cadence. The figure faces you expectantly. I'm gonna identify myself. Unknown, known. Figure strange head the figure strange head rotates. Brackish signature of and not of. Attempting interference. As the figure speaks more, threads begin to spiral from its head. Thick, snaking vines, like ribbons that flex and wave. They approach with intent. Stop. The figure halts, its threads, its head twitching. Entity, your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct, you can confirm your legal right to sentence. I'm a person. Incorrect. You are an entity. You are only Hunter's head as directly in front of yours, blocking your vision. You stink of their taste. This is one from the sealed dock. Hunter shimmers with fury. I will find access. I will interface. Sealed docks? An entity hides in the Rotunba. You are its puppet. Hunter extends razor edge thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with mysterious intent. Strike. You lash out with all your force. Not a physical strike, but a forcing. A spike of interference leaping out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles. Shift. Shifts, separate. Stumbles, shifts, separates. Wake up. You open your eyes, blinking back into station light, shaking with fear. I don't know if I want to do this again. At least not now. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it light and see what I get for it. Here's what you wanted. Only 15? That's pretty mid. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time with that. Hmm. So hard. The lowered. I don't need that for right now, so I'm gonna leave that be. I want to do that one. I want to invest into this one, and I want to do this. But I only have 2 dice. This one isn't forever, but I get nothing for it. So I'm gonna buy some scrap. Scrap allowance. Oh, okay. Well then, I think I may as well. Do I want to? No, I can do that over there. So I'm gonna do this. Start action. Since I have some scrap, I can plus energy plus crypto. Holy shit! So that gives me energy. Cool. Well, I learned something. I can sell this scrap. I think. No, I can't. What is it? Ship mind fragment cannot be reassembled without the right tools. Oh, I could. No, I can't critical it because it's just a chance of doing really good. So what I'm gonna do instead is come over here and see if I can get myself a scrap chance. Or do the scrap chance. I'm guaranteed to do good. I didn't get scrap. That's whatever though. And then, I risk it? Do I? Let's go gambling. Ooh, and then tomorrow I can spend one of my good ones, my good dice. I shouldn't get too many bad dice tomorrow. Because today was ass. Ass in a crapshoot, okay? Yeah, end cycle. I got no dice left. There's nothing else I need to do today. Oh, this fucking hand is horrible. I thought I'd get like 1 6 or like another 5 today. I got 2 1s, 2 2s, and 1 4. Fucking god awful, dude. Well, I'm not doing that. I think I'm gonna spend my 4 right here. Or let's see what I can do about that and this. I want to progress it at least once each day. And since I don't really have to care about its risk, let's do it. Oh, that's what an... Oh, no. Okay. No. I can gamble. Oh, there's a chance it goes bad, though. That enrages me. I'm not gonna do that, because if it goes bad up here, I should still be fine. Or relatively fine. I'm gonna spend the rest of my dice just fucking around, because the chances are horrible. There is, like, no purpose for me to do all that. Shit. Oh, because I didn't get the skill that I wanted. I'm gonna hack one more time, and then I think I'm just gonna invest in that. Let's just do it. Okay. I think I wasted a die that I could have used. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do then. Extract the data. And let's just hope that I'm doing fine. We can fully progress Fang's thing since nothing else seemed to be of good value for me. So let's do that. And I get crypto for that, so I can buy myself a vial if I need it. Or cryo, my bad. I leave and something should happen. Right here. As you enter the bay, Fang is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in stackatero rhythms. Unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads. Fang's voice echoes from behind you. A stack follows by the hammer. Follows from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist in a metal casing. These sneaky shitheads. Sleeper. That you? Or am I in trouble? Fang's grinning head pops out from behind the stacks. Just the emulated consciousnesses I have been eager to see. Just the emulated consciousnesses I have been eager to see. Come back here. You pick your way between the... Oh. Come back here. You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip and lose... Trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Yeesh, I'm bad at reading, bro. Fang is sat in front of the set of monitors, mounting to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what did you see here? Fang waves to his monitor. Waves to his side. Sorry. Fang waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with a pale list of information. You lean closer to look for the links in the data. Sorry, I'm fidgeting with something. The table seems to be filled with personal information. Names, genders, dates, ID numbers. All the markets of institutional records. People, yes. But whose people? I think it's... didn't I do the Havens one? Not quite. He taps a terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought. All the employees of the Eye's original owner, Solheim. But he leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one is a sneaky shithead. He stabs at the screen with the finger. The name reads Harden Hurst. Friend of yours? Fang gives you a sideways look. Funny you should say that, Sleeper. He drags a stool out beside him. And motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Harden Hurst in Havenge. He waits for your reaction. In Havenge? Are you sure? That's it. That's it. He's right here on the station now. Fang leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Harden worked on the station as a... Fang leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Fang raises his eyebrows at you. Give me a second, I'm gonna drink. Give me a drink of water. Our Harden was keeping the money from coming in. Our Harden was keeping the money from coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure that the extractors they contracted out to making sure that the extractors they contracted out to were hooked into the system that outscorched all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Harden. Shuttered thousands of Palladium. Palladium. Good old Hardin shuttered thousands of Palladium rush workers into an infrastructure, which meant that the cut of the work they did went straight into Solheim. How do you know this? Let me go. It's a little dark in my room. Let me go turn on the light. Sorry about all the noise. All right. Um, hmm. Good old Hardin. Good old Hardin shuttered thousands of Palladium rush workers into an infrastructure. Okay. Yeah. Shit. I wanted to do how do you know this? So what? Um, he he frowns. I grew up here, sleeper. This is my history. I am a child of the collapse. Feng turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Therefore, I was born. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships. They breathed Solheim air and slept in Solheim beds. Fang's voice raises as he speaks. His hands fist on the terminal's edge. And the work that paid for the and the work that paid for that existence. The cycle of hard extractions out in the belt. Solheim took their cut. That was a company town, so to speak. And my parents were just another in a long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives in a short anything for a shot at anything other than poverty. Um, Disposable. Oh, this guy stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger. Uh, Sorry, I'm so off right now. Strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. Surely it can't be him. Fang relaxes a little. Who knows? He turns to you and smiles. So what are we gonna... So... We're gonna go find out. Hardin is now a big shot in the shipyard. Just a few degrees back... Okay. Hardin is now a big shot at the shipyard. Just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Fang brings up a map of the lower eye. Havens might be born out of Aaron's revolutionary zeal. But a flat hierarchy is not Harden's. Is not. Harden happened to float to the top. Fang zooms in on the far yards. Fang glimpses. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew is pretty paranoid, and they don't like anyone from the systems dragging around their stuff. Plus, we need more than just name of a Solheim. We need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Fang holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. A thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out. I'm gonna take a little break for a second. Fang holds a thumb. Oh, sorry, I'm back. Fang holds a thumbnail-sized drive. Um, all right, I'm back. My bad. Fang holds a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripworm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It rips through any digital storage and spins out a silken thread of filtered data. This one set on the scent of Harden Hurst. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky. Fang puts his hands on your shoulder, but you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Fang grins. Um, Fang grins. Sorry, I'm back. I took a little break. Sorry, there's a lot of interruptions this stream. It should be lesser from now on. Probably only me streaming for like 20 or 30 more minutes anyway, so sorry about that. Fang grins. If you can extract yourself a Havenge chipper from a Havenge agent, is it chipper or kipper? Kiffer. A Havenge kiffer from a Havenge agent. They sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound network and slot the worm in through there and through any open port. You can even you never even need to go near the shipyard. What do you say? Up for it? What's in it for me? Routing a corrupt snake not enough? Find the information and I'll start work on that tracker of yours. Fang scratches his chin. Anything the worm gets, it'll send back here to me. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Fang digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the eye as it once was, a vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Harden. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate system, looking for a new life, the hope of a better future. Engineered to the line. Engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you're intimately familiar with. You think of Harden, still alive, still part of this place, and wonder if the past is ever truly past. It's not. Objective fact. So is there anything that I can do now, particularly? I wonder what this is for. Or where I can slot it in particularly. Not here and not there. It'd be like, no. It's likely not the ship. I can't do anything else there. Yeah. I don't really need it. I have some money so I can spend some. Probably should have read that out. Should probably also stop doing that shit. And just do what I do. Bro, what am I supposed to do? We're just gonna have to figure it out, man. Oh, but that tracker is like really bad. I got some good dice today, though. So let's eat. That's the first thing we do today. I could probably do some work today. Oh, and that's a progression. So let's progress. Sleeper. And this calls out to you. A booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Let me go get me some water, actually, before I fully do this interaction. So I'm gonna take a little break. A real one this time. accidentally mute again, so I don't hear me adjusting my mic. All right, I'm back, yo. I hope this is like good enough for like a video, because I do want to make this into one. This is like my first true stream as well, so hey, we're doing things. I should change the stream title. That's what I'm gonna do right now. Done. There we are. Excuse me. Very burpy. I had a little snack and it wasn't very nutritious, I'll say. Sleeper! Emphasis calls out to you. A booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leading up to meet the oil. I see you. Cycle in, cycle out. But we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours. He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. Oh. I'm just reading it like fucking blank test. I'm sorry. Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something into drizzles something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours. He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause. The spices rich in your nostrils. And think about the kind of story you'd like to tell. Emphasis. This kind of story you'd like to tell. Emphasis. You look at Emphasis, the listener, and imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. What are my dreams? Is it just like a basic dream story? Because a ghost story sounds dumb. You know, this is a dude, truly, but a dream story, if it's the dreams of the nodes and all that, essentially just a breakdown of, well, what I'm experiencing, then maybe. You tell Emphasis had dreams. Some were simple memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when you slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorm screaming and crying out, and to hear a sleeper in the dorm screaming and crying out in the night. But your dreams, those gray skeletal after images of systems and structures of threads, and patterns, weren't like the others. They weren't memories or nightmares. They were reflections of reality. Distorted, yes, but somehow true. You leaned back. You learned back then to keep quiet about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived in this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids, with every blink, and now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some processes of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flow through this one like smoke through air. You tell him that you don't know if these are reasons for your dreams. If there is a reason for your dreams, perhaps you reason it's just a side effect or particular quality of the frame you've inherited. But whatever it is a gift, and you hope to make it use of it. Empis finishes cooking and squirts a little and squints a little at you. Sleeper. He smiles. You're quite the storyteller. He eyes you up, and you realize that he's trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. Empis passes you the meal he's cooked. Passes you the meal he has cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks. A natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market. But my time is done for today, and I do not want to keep you longer. So, I'll make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind his stall. Those are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think a couple of cycles ago. They said that across the gap in the greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard of this? No, I haven't. Neither had I. But I trust that one who told me. Memphis begins packing up his things. But I trust the one who told me. Memphis begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap, and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. I'm sure a storyteller like you can handle the trip. I'll prepare them for you if you wish to tell. If you wish to tell it. Be the audience for another story. Sure. Good blooms and good. Booms, good. Booms Emphis. Then I will wait for you to bring them. Emphis slides his walk away. Straightens up. Walk away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe. Then Sleeper, good luck with your foraging. You turn away and walk back into the main market. The rich taste of Emphasis food still lingers in your mouth. Stories for food. You think a trade that seems more than fair. I'm gonna do it. I don't think I have much life left anyway. But I'm gonna work today. I see. $150? Okay, so I am living much longer than I expect. Whoever's hunting me is not going to kill me, because I do not have enough time to do what I need to otherwise. Okay. So what are my goals here today? Or throughout this? There's no way I get a bad 25%, right? Just get it done. Get it done, please. Thank you. And then we'll progress with this one. Yeah. Because now I have access to it. I need 3 of those. I can go buy 1 or 2 and finish that part off as well, right? Or am I just buying random stuff? I'm buying random stuff. God damn it. You know what? Well, then I may as well spend the rest of my fucking money. Got 2 pieces of garbage. That's fine. Well, there isn't really much else I'd need over here, so I'm good. I can't pay for that. I don't know why I'm there. Oh, I wanted to be here so I could sell this scrap. It's probably not going to come back to me for very much, but... Like 10? That's good enough for me, dude. My computer is fucking roasting up. And there's more to this ship. Excuse me. I want to continue to progress this one, though. Yeah. Is it worth? No, it's not. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I either get really good or I don't. I didn't. And I got 5 crypto for it. Pretty mid. Okay. Wrong thing. How do I get Hunter to go down? Am I gonna have to face that at another point then? Yeah, that's something else entirely. I can't do that there. Yeah. Don't know what it means. It's pretty freaking scary though. So what do I want to do? Go for it. I got 2 bad ones from this one. It can't be a bad a 3rd time, right? There we go. And then I can push it to half if I do the guaranteed. Is there anything else that I want? Not really. If anything, I could do this one and then take my time with that, but there's no guarantee I get another 6. This one's kind of a throwaway for right now. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Wrong thing. Cool. Then I gotta do this one as well. I don't know what I'm doing. Damn, okay. End the cycle. Let's see what happens. Fucking nothing I can do right now. Scary, scary, scary. Oh, and I'm out of out on 1 HP or 1 die now. I have 6 and a 6, and what do I need? I wish I got another fucking point already. I have to do this to get a point. I can use both my 6s to auto-progress it, and then I could just spend the rest over there since it's not too much of an ask. Matter of fact, this one's only a low chance, so I'm going to do that right here, right now. Oh, and it's almost done, so if I succeed, that's good. Cool. And then, oh, that's what I needed for that. What's this? Unit assembly. I'm assuming I'll get something more for that later on. And then I want to at least force progress a little bit with this one. So then start action. There we are. And then I'll do another one if nothing else is good. I don't think I have what I need for that. I don't. So I need to do more progressing somewhere else. I'm assuming it's over at those corporate buildings, but I can still take my time with the points that I need. I have 2, is it 3? 3 more cycles left. So I should instead try and auto-progress one of these. I think it might be here that I need to do it. If not, then I don't know. Okay. From the walkway. The side, what time is it, actually? I don't know what time it is. Let's see. Okay. 2 hours, dude. From the side walkway of the side reel. The side reel has... From the side walkway of the side reel horizon looks impossibly vast. A landscape of plating and frames all along her flanks. Torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The scene of scale of industry is both stunning and strangely unsettling. She's quite beautiful, I think. You turn to see a figure a little way down the walkway. Leaning a little down the walkway, leaning at the railing. He is thin, ragged. His work great, poorly fitting, and loose. The torches of the side reel horizon flicker in his eyes as he turns to you. Lem. He leans back from the rail, revealing a child standing beside him, staring out at the ship. And this is Mina. He adds with a smile. replies, plainly, then shifts a little closer down the rail. Mina stares at the truck herself. Mina stares at the truck. Mina stares and tucks herself behind Lem, who dutifully picks her up. Mina, look out. Mina looks out from Len's chest, a dark brown eye twinkling among the rough materials. You work on her? You working on her then? Lem asks eagerly, gesturing to the vast ship. Or just admiring? He shifts Mina's weight on his other arm. Admiring. Understandable. He nods, gazing back out at the sidereal horizon. You like her too, don't you? You like her too, don't you, Mina? He jostles her a little. She's Mina, and my ticket out of... she's Mina. She's Mina's, and my ticket out of this place. Our escape vector, so to speak. The ship. You haven't heard? Anyone who takes a Haven's contract on the sidereal horizon will be entered into a draw for the transit support crew. He smiles. We won't get to sleep on the journey, though. But a couple of decades of service will be nothing for me. And Mina, if it means landfall on the new world, he winks. Me and Mina, if it means landfall on the new world, he winks. Shit. Decades. Yeah. It's a long trip. He straightens up, stretching his back. That's a colony ship, friend. The Celis Foundation is sending thousands of people to settle the system. Well, outside the reach of the core worlds. It'll be a totally independent colony. No surrogacy, no corporations. Why is it here? Why build here, you mean? He grins. Don't ask me. I know as much as Mina about that. He ruffles Mina's hair thoughtfully. I suppose many corporations weren't too happy about breaking with the idea of surrogacy. Setting up somewhere without it feeding back to the core. Maybe Celis got locked out of the corporate shipyards and had to go begging for somewhere to set up. Homeless, just like Mina and me. Mina responds by pushing his hand away. Daddy, she whispers. Food, pulling an exaggerated grumpy face. She glances. He is much taller than her. I should have said hi to her. Sorry. Mina responds by pushing his hand away. Daddy, she whispers. Food. Pulling an exaggerated grumpy face. She glances, furtively at you as she plays with a set of dog tags that hang from Lem's neck. I'm just chatting a little. Minus. Mine? May? I'm bad at these names, bruh. Give Daddy a sec. He turns back to you, and you suddenly notice how tired he looks. I'm not in the Haven's crew yet, but I'll work my way in. You can do it too, friend. We have to stick together, he smiles. a little shaky. He smiles. He smiles a little shakily, and you wonder how long he's been working to break into the official shipyard crew. He looks out at the shipyard, at the sidereal horizon, as if trying to pull energy from those flickering torches. From the vast hall, we've gotten a we from the vast hall, from the torches from the vast hall. We've got to hold out, okay? You aren't quite sure if he's talking to you. It's how it works. While he stares out, Mina catches your eye curiously. She straightens up and meets your eye. Daddy loves me, she says. She says it stubbornly, daring you to question her. Lem smiles and lifts Mina. That's it. We hold on. He smiles sheepishly at you. We're just a couple of, softies. Isn't that right, Mina? He sets her down, standing by his side. She clings to his leg. Gotta go feed this one. He pats her back. Maybe see you on a shift, huh? He turns and they walk down the walkway, away from the shipyard. You see them talking, and then a moment later, Mina turns around and stops. See you, robot. Her shout echoes down the walkway, and she flashes you a parting smile before running to catch up with Lem. You watch them a little before you turn back to the impossible scale of the sidereal horizon. A ticket out. Just to do something. I forgot what my main objective was. But because like I have a bunch of stuff that I just want to progress, but I don't know what to touch to make it happen. So I'm gonna have to figure it out as I go. Enter the spoke. A triangled network of service passages and makeshift tunnels cut through the spoke as if it were a hive. There are no maps here. It's the low end that I need to go to, so I'm doing this. Residents in the are always in need of repairs. Helping out is going going is a good way to make friends. Well, there's a chance I get scrap. I did not get scrap, but that's okay. I got some energy from that. It's here. Oh, wrong place. I don't think there's anything else that I can do, so I'm gonna end this cycle, and then I'm gonna put all my focus on the Undercity, or the Low City. I'm pretty sure that's where I needed to be. Wow, what an awful dice roll, dude. Holy shit. Well, I need to eat. Just do good. Then one more. Nice. And then, oh, this is what I need to do. Well, I kind of wasted my die. So I'll get around to that. There's a lot of things that I need to get, but it'll come. Safe. Okay. Okay, so I'm not doing that again. I'll wait until tomorrow. Let's do some investing. Very short term, very light, but hey, it's worth a shot. Okay, so the next 6 I get, I think I'm gonna invest that in that, and then we're gonna do Low City shit. And then I need a 2, or a 3, or a 2? Was it? Let's see. A 2 and a 3. Okay. I only have so much time, dude. I think I might actually just fucking die. Two, 3. Let's get that done. Oh, there were multiple that I needed to do. That's not very fun. Understood. For right now, that's fine. Then, where was the... right here. Cool. Squeeze into the office entrance of the yard. Lay out everything you have on the winter light across the metal desk. Your makeshift four nest notes grow on the dragon's old rider slate. Overlapping lines scrawled. A set of drone scans fill the terminal with a spectrum of colors. A head map of damage and decay and cramped printout from the office ship registry lies beside them. Synthetic paper, so thin is almost transparent. Look at the monitor. Reactor failure. This is a verdict that anyone would have returned after a cursory glance at these stacked head maps for the remains of the winter light. On the terminal screen, the ship is shown in sections, blotches of color, marking the approximate damage the ship sustained. Dominating the view is a single blood red rose, radiating from the ship's fraction drive. A simple story: a catastrophic failure of the drive core, leading to a fatal hull breach. A well-documented failure likely brought on by wear or misuse. But you aren't looking for the rows of the reactor. You're looking for a smaller, paler mark. One that might be easy to miss at first glance. Is it thumbprint-sized and delicately placed over the control servo for the ship's main external airlock. It suggests a controlled shape explosion, one designed to punch through the hull and allow access to the airlock from outside. You're looking at it because it is troubling you. Look at the slate. Your attempts at a reconstruction of the Starlight before the fatal accident consist of a series of overlapping sketches and diagrams showing possible layouts and configurations of the guttered cutout. This was no off-the-shelf model. It was heavily modified parts replaced with inventive configurations. The new retrofitted into the old handmade joints. And reconditioned filters. This was someone's pride and joy. A lifetime project kept running with care and intuition. It also contained a set of hidden components. We missed them at first. Where the hole had been, thickened and the corners rounded. The disguise, to disguise the change, but they are there. A plain list shows the registration history of the winter lights, of the winter light. The gaps between the entries tantalizing, opaque. Its first registration was a couple of thousand cycles ago. This very station logged at the central hub. From here, the registry tells a story of a busy ship, one that rarely stayed on station for more than a few cycles, and often took on voyages that kept away from the eye for up to 100 cycles. The Winterlight got little rest. An old ship, many cycles under its belt, carefully maintained. A reactor failure, preceded by carefully concealed external entry. A suite of hidden compartments tucked away. This was the Winterlight, and this was its story. But that's not the full story, because there's something else. It's a little more than a list. A tiny chunk of ideas you were able to pull from the ship's system. The main systems were fried, of course, but the Winterlight had a separate system, one tucked away in one of the hidden compartments, armored, air-walled. This list, the only recoverable pieces of the whole system, is a practical inventory. It details the contents of the hidden components. Some of it is recognized. Some of it you don't. Some of it you recognize. Some of it you don't. Ship mind ROMs, shimmer, cryo chain codes, and then the final entry: passenger, sleeper. What? What? Huh? Hold on. You stare at the list on the terminal and try not to think about. Try not to think about what it was arriving here in the cold for so long, half frozen in the freight container. Had this sleeper been smarter, luckier? How had they convinced the Winterlight, a smuggler ship, if ever saw one, to extract them from SNARP? Luckier? You laugh. There had been no remains found in any of the Winterlight's compartments. You had checked. They weren't so lucky, you guess. Not in the end. You hold up a vial of stabilizer to the light. This way. This was all you find in their components. A parting gift from SNARP. Well, it won't go to waste now. You put it in your back pocket. Holy fuck. The thought still bothers you, though. 2 ships carrying sleepers coming into the same yard. Two, one after the other. They feel wrong. You flicker back and forth between the databases on the terminal, thinking, and you see the thumbprint against the mark of someone trying to get in. Someone who entered the Winterlight with precision, and speed. And when they were done, left the reactor to clean up the rest. Huh. The thought of that person makes you shiver. Suddenly, the office door creaks open. Dragon stands in the doorway, staring at the equipment and notes you have assembled. What is all that? He snatches the slate from the desk. Faster than you realize he could move. You're running to, You running an investigation here? What am I... Sorry, I'm getting a call. Give me a second. I'm taking a short break. I'm back. After I'm done with this, I'm probably just gonna end stream. But let me get back into it. What is all this? He snatches the slate from the desk faster than you realize he could move. You're running an investigation here? What am I paying you for? The drone on his shoulder starts whining. Surely, his anger passes to it through his implants. Where's the ship from? Leave that alone. He starts shaking his head. I know you have a lot of questions, but this isn't the way. He turns away, muttering to himself. This is the last thing I need. Who's bringing these ships to you? Dragon freezes suddenly angry. Why are you asking? Are you looking to get us both killed? We cut these things up. That's our part. Their part is something. I don't want to know. Um, Dragon seems to steady himself, and then turns back to you. The heat map of the reactor, for failure reflected in the headset's glassy eye. I've given you a place to stay. I've given you work. I've stumbles over the words, unsure what to say. There's plenty others who would have who have so, who, there's plenty of others who would have sold you, who would have sold you on, turn you in, but not me. I know. He softens. Look, you've helped me too. He quiets the drone. I've done well by you, and you've returned the favor. He straightens up and clears his throat. But this obsession you have with this ship isn't going to work for me. I can't have you making my clients nervous. I can't have you digging up whatever it is you're after. He sighs. You can't work here anymore. He reaches over and snatches the monitor and switches the monitor off. Forget about the damn ship. You have enough to keep you have enough to keep you up. Dragon reaches across you and flicks off the terminal. As the light of the monitor dies, a kind, eerie smile falls on both of you. Whatever this was is done. You made it out, sleeper. That means you have to move on. What if they come for me? Then you run. You don't come here. You don't scream. You don't shout. You run. In the dark, Dragon's headset glints, and you wish for a moment you could see his eyes and meet them. Maybe then he would understand. You get it from the desk, and Dragons gathers the notes, stuffing them into a pocket of his. Let me start. You get up from the desk, and Dragons gathers the notes, stuffing them into a pocket of his overalls. He holds the door for you, his headset as expressionless as always. You can stay in the container. I won't take that from you. You can stay in the container. I won't take that from you. Don't come back. His tone is final, definite, with an edge of disappointment. You walk out of the office, and then out of the yard, not stopping to look back. You leave the yard. You leave the yard, thumbing the vial in your pocket, knowing this, at least, guarantees you a little more time. And as you walk, your mind once again drifts to the person who killed the winter light, and whether or not that person will come after you. Got an upgrade point from that. Alright. Well, I'll be spending that upgrade point on whatever else next time. I'm about done for today. That was a relatively good stream. But yeah, that's it for right now. See y'all.